Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, which means it is that time of the week where we do everything a little bit softer. We get our sewing vibe on, and we do a lovely softer side of life show. Now, you might have seen we were a couple of minutes late coming live this morning. That's because here in the UK, the government announced earlier this morning that at 11 o'clock, which is it's 5 past at the moment, the UK was going to observe a minute's silence to commemorate all of those who have lost their lives, all of our health workers and key workers across the UK who have lost their lives in the fight of the coronavirus here in the UK. And actually, I want to do a shout out for all of our friends over in the US, because I know the death toll in the US, and I know how hard the healthcare workers are working in the US as well. And I'm sure you guys will be doing things to commemorate your healthcare workers over there, and if there's something going on nationally, we would love to be a part of that. So just let you know, wherever you are in the world, we are thinking of you. And a big shout out, in fact a big round of applause for all of our healthcare workers all over the world. Okay, right, it's time to crack on with our show. We have got a phenomenal show planned this morning. You know what the drill is by now. I am not on my own. I've got the lovely Joe with me, so Joe gets the easy job. He's going to keep up the chit chat. He's gonna, we were talking about this last week. It's not knitting natter because we're sewing. He was like, oh, is it sewing natter? I said, that's not what we
Stitch and social.
Stitch and social, is it, Joe? Stitch
not what
and
it's
social.
called.
Yeah,
no,
so
it
Joe's
isn't.
going to be with us. Go on, you take it away, Joe.
No, not a problem. I just wanted to say to everyone, pleasure to be back here with you again for this softer side of life show. Please get your photos into us, because we love seeing your pictures. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. I'm monitoring the conversation over on Facebook as well, so if you want to join the conversation, pop over to the Crafters TV feed on Facebook. Now, oh my giddy aunt, have we got something amazing in the show for you this week? Because
what do you like?
this stuff,
so excited about
honestly, if you love fabric, I mean, let's face it, who doesn't? And you love sequins, then, you know, mind blown when you can put sequins and fabric together. I know, look at this stuff. So you can cut it, you can stitch it, you can do dressmaking, make garments, cushions out of it as well. But it gets even better. You ready? I don't want to get it on my mind. Look at this!
Oh, looking jazzy there, Joe.
So it's two-tone. Now, as if it couldn't get any better, it's also half price. So you get it in the black and gold. I'll fold that up later. You're also going to get it in the teal and gold. You're going to get it in the rose gold and gold, and the pink and gold. So 4 pieces for £20. How amazing is that? All of them are reversible two-tone as well. So I know, what will you please make me something out of this, Sarah?
We were talking about this earlier today. So, a little bit later on in the show, he loves that sequin fabric so much. I'm not a dressmaker, otherwise I would absolutely be endeavouring to make him a fabulous dress. But we've compromised and said I'll do him a cushion cover for him to take home and have in the house. So we'll be doing a cushion cover a little bit later on the show. Just before I take back to you, I'm just going to say we have got so many people watching this morning. There are hundreds and hundreds of you. I think this might be one of our biggest softer side shows ever. And I'm trying to keep up with all the comments. I'm loving how many people are saying they are loving my rootage. We're not quite as dark as we were. Check out my Facebook page. I was updating you all on there on how I've doing a bit of a spray, concealed the roots over. We've got loads of people saying, great to see you, up early watching this morning. People saying, what a lovely dress. Why, thank you. It's a one-off. My friend made it for me, believe it or not. Oh my life, there are so many fabulous comments as well. I'm going to keep reading comments, but the sequin fabric isn't the only amazing thing we've got. This is, no word of a lie, our best ever lineup for softer side. I've got the most amazing demos, the most ridiculous deals, and some of the most fun stuff on the show.
Yeah, absolutely, and all stuff that you love and adore. Now, we bought you a Riley Blake fabric collection before. We bought you half-metre pieces before, and you adored them. So we thought we'd do something really special for you as well. Now, you're getting 7 of the 7 metres of fabric within here. So I'm just going to show you what you've got. So that's the sizes that you've got, those half-metre pieces. Now, where you've got it in, you've got it in lovely colour families. Now, there may be contents may vary on this, but you are going to get beautifully grouped together, wonderful quality. So you've got this beautiful, really modern design there. You've got that in the teal, the cream, and the pink as well. You've then got the ditzy florals coming in here too, again in a very similar colourway. You've got more florals and foliage is what I would call this one, which is gorgeous. You can see in those sort of mocha tones with the reds and the blues again as well. Half meters are great for a whole host of different projects. You might refer to it as a half yard in the US, but it's very, very versatile size of fabric. These beautiful chickens, we love and adore these. They are so cute. You've got them in the blues, the whites and the navies there as well. And then finally, this is very almost Parisian, this one. You've got a little bicycle on there, a little sort of scooter, some lovely roses. Don't just think about sewing with this as well. If you want to cut these out, use our stick and stay for fabric. You create applique to put customise bags or a whole host of different things. A great deal on that, £50 if you are in the UK, $36 if you're in the US. You're saving £45 on that in the UK, so you've got a really, really great deal on that one. Now, builder block, something that is always so incredibly popular, because let's face it, a lot of you love quilting, but pretty much all of you would agree, I think, that the cutting out is your least favourite part of any quilting project that you're going to be doing. So what we've got in here are two designs for you. This is the double wedding ring, this one here, and you can create that block in 6, 8 or 12 inches. And we've also got for you this one just here, which is the pineapple, and this one again, 6, 8 and 12 inches. Full instructions included, full video tutorials available as well on our website. £84 there is what you are paying. You're saving £55 on this one, which is fantastic. $107 if you are in the US. Now, I know so many of you need some inspiration. Sara's going to help you out with that.
Oh yes, so because we are getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of new people starting on this sewing journey with us every week, okay, so that literally after we do this show we get thousands of views of this show afterwards, and so many of you are getting into sewing, we thought let's do a bumper deal on the Sew Inspired magazines, okay? So we do this magazine every 3 months. We bring in a new magazine. In the magazine, not only do you get the magazine, but you get the magazine and a load of freebies. So for example, in this one here, you get the magazine. Oh, there I am. You get the magazine, and the magazine is full of step-by-step projects. You also get a fat quarter of fabric. You also get a pattern pack, and you've got some fantastic templates in here, right? We've got the same when we get to this is brilliant. This is the one I was using the other week, where we can learn how to do the picnic set. And this one here, now I've chosen this. I've decided a little bit later on today, I'm going to show you how to make this cushion cover. So I've got them to put the builder block, the original builder block, back on. So if you were with us last week, we did builder block last week and I showed you the basics. Now we're going to go to something more advanced. So I'm going to follow the step-by-step instructions in the magazine, exactly as you would when you're getting this home. It's on the front cover of the magazine. We're going to make this up later in the show. So lots to look forward to. We've got some Hawaiian quilting dies as well that we'll touch on a little bit later. We've got, wait till you see the first thing. I'm going to make a fantastic crafty carry-all from my collection. So I've got a jam-packed couple of hours. Now, you know how we love to start the show, and I explain this every week, right? I'm here on a Tuesday morning because we used to have every week John Scott coming to us live on a Tuesday morning from a studio, and John's now at home in lockdown, so unfortunately we can't have him here, but every week he launches a sunrise special at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, and then we have him via the medium of video link come to us here in the studio and tell us all about his sunrise special. Now we've gone one better this week. Instead of having him send a little video, we are going to have him live. I'm going to do this little click, and we'll see if we can get him live. There he is! Oh. Hey, John! Oh, John, have you been dyeing your hair?
Oh, hello, loves. How are you? I hope you're keeping well up there. I'm just having a cup of coffee out me mug. I'm having a lovely time. Sorry I can't be out there with you all, but you know, I thought I'd pop up. Let me just take these off all so I can see what I'm doing, I thought I'd bring you my Sunrise Special this morning. So that's exactly what we've got for you. Fabulous deal, absolutely wonderful. And this week, the Sunrise Special is its accessory bundle, which you
John,
will
you're losing
make
your
sure,
accent there a bit.
You've got
losing the accent. Keep it up, keep it up, John.
Oh, God, hold on. So, my loves, here it is. It's get the tape measure firstly, which is this one just here. Wonderful. Pop that in your basket. And then also pins and threads. Oh, we love these. Oh, wait yourself. Wendy loves these ones. Make sure you've got your pins and your not your threads, your thimbles. And then also your tape measure there and your tailoring chalk as well. A third of the stock's gone. Make sure you get it. Anyway, lovely. Back to you, Sarah.
Has a third of the stock really gone, John?
Yes.
Oh, it actually has gone. Third of the stock's gone and John didn't even get to do his sunrise. But we had a bit of a technical difficulty this week, so we couldn't have John come live to us via video. So we almost had the same thing. We will have John back with us next Tuesday, though. And hopefully it won't be long till we've got John back with you here in our studio. We really miss him brightening the place up, okay? Now, that's everything we've got coming up, okay? I'm still trying to keep up. I'm struggling to keep up with all of the comments. What I am saying is, right, Joel, keep up with your comments, but we want your pictures, okay? We want to feature as many of you as possible in the show this week. So anything you've been doing that's a little bit softer. So when we say soft craft, that's sewing, quilting, patchwork, crochet, embroidery, knitting, any of the soft craft. So that's what Tuesday morning's all about, is our soft craft shows. So send us your pictures in studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk and Joe will organise getting them all included. Now, Joe, if you can just walk us through that first bundle, I will get my demo out ready to show everyone, because I've got this amazing carry-all I'm going to teach you how to make.
Oh, didn't John look well this morning? Yes, let's just go through this. So you've got a lot in here. There's a lot to take you through. So you've got some fabrics. Now, not only have you got fabrics, you have got beautiful, large metre pieces, which is fantastic. So if you want to, use these for dressmaking, or you want to use them for anything, you can. Of course, if you are a quilter, you want to quilt with these, and you cut these down into fat eighths or fat quarters or half metres even, no problem whatsoever. So it's great to have nice big metre pieces that you've got loads of different options for with that one. So you're going to get that beautiful sort of background in there. Got this lovely sort of duck eggy cornflower blue with the beautiful floral elements. Lovely big statement floral in here. This one's beautiful. It's sort of a lovely cream and blue with the sort of outline floral. You've got that lovely patterned background and then a second gorgeous patterned background in there as well. Now, if you just got the fabric for that, I think you would be absolutely cock-a-hoop. You'd be over the moon. However, what we're also going to give you as well is the Crafty carry-all pattern is going to come included in there as well. And you've got the patchwork apple core included as well. You're saving more than you're spending on this one. You're actually saving £53.86 in the UK, and it's £35 or $36. However, I was going to tell you that 10% of the stock had gone. However, in the few minutes since I've been explaining it to you, 15% of the stock has gone. We don't have anywhere near enough of this. I'm not even sure we'll have enough to make it through Sarah's demo. So with this one, I'd say if you want it, you need to check out sooner rather than later. If you want to watch and shop at the same time, then it's really easy to do that on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Well, I'm going to try and pile through these comments. There are literally hundreds of them, whilst Sarah gives you some fabulous inspiration.
Everyone's probably been excited to see John here today. That's what it's been, Joe. They're excited to see John with his newly dyed hair in the studio. Right, I must just tell you, this is literally the last of the fabric we've got in my Sew Homemade collection. When I designed this fabric, put this collection together, it's just gorgeous. And I'm going to show you that pattern pack, right? Because this is it here. And can you see what you get in the pattern pack? I know we're a little bit zoomed out, but it's because I'm going to be doing a lot of fabric-y stuff, okay? You get all of the instructions and you get the actual pattern itself. So you're going to open the pattern out. I've already obviously cut mine out, but it's giving you all of the pieces and panels that you need. So you're going to lay these out on your fabric and stitch them together. Now it's all done with that beautiful Sew Homemade fabric. So this is the carry-all that I'm going to be making, and you can see talks you through all of the panels and what else you're going to need. Then it talks you through how to make the handles. This is where we're going to start. We're going to start putting this together. But everything you need is on here. I'm just going to quickly mention before we get started, this was one of 3 patterns in the collection we did. So I designed, and I'm not a pattern designer, so I came up with the idea of what I wanted, and the lovely Bernie, our pattern designer, worked with me to put this together. We put the pattern pack together for the carry-all. We also did a wonderful sewing machine cover, and we did a cover for your Gemini. So you could do everything to match the Gemini cover, your sewing machine cover, and then I did the Crafty carry-all. I'm going to demonstrate the carry-all because those of you that maybe don't have a machine, well, I suppose we could have done the machine one because you're all going to have a machine to stitch this together. But I thought I'd do that Crafty carry-all because it is so, it's such a good one to do, okay? Now, I've already done a lot of the prep work in terms of cutting out the fabrics and I'm ready to go. So I'm just going to show you exactly how to do it. And for those of you who are complete beginners at this, you can follow through with the instructions, okay? So the first thing I've done, taken some of that beautiful fabric. Can't believe that you're getting the fabric pretty much at half price and the other stuff thrown in free. I've cut the 2 smaller panels and I've also just stitched them together and stitched on a piece of wadding along the back. So can you see, just following the exact pattern, got the wadding and 2 of these pieces stitched together. And all I'm going to do is turn this over, right? Going to make sure we get this folded really nicely along the top, and I'm going to bring my ironing board in and give that a lovely iron flat. So you've got all that done. Joe, have you got the details of those extra 2
I certainly
those extra
have.
2 patterns you could keep everyone going with?
Yeah, absolutely, because a lot of you will own a Gemini and a lot of you will own a sewing machine, so you've got those 2 patterns there as well. These are half price, which is fantastic. So they're £5 if you're in the UK or $6 if you're in the US. Would you have enough? I'm guessing, sorry, well, you'd have more than enough to make at least all 3 of them.
Oh, you've got plenty of fabric. You can make a couple of them.
Oh, fantastic, yeah. So
plenty.
definitely, I think they'd slide nicely into your basket alongside this collection. I need to let you know I said 15% of the stock had gone.
Go on.
If I said that again now, I'd be fibbing because a quarter of the stock has gone. There's a lot of you in the checkout process, and this will be one of those that goes very quickly when it goes, because there is not... If I said we don't have hundreds of them, I wouldn't be lying. So you do need to be quick for them.
Right, okay. Now, I've done, one of the things that I did is I've done the strap. So I've just used some of that other lovely fabric and I followed the instructions for the strap. This was just, it's very simple, so you didn't need to see me doing it. All we've done is folded it over. Well, you can see here, right? Talks you through how big to cut the fabric pieces, stitching them together, and then how to do all of this, okay? So if I just show you that, can you see? I'll show you it to the close-up camera a little bit there so you can have a good look at it. There we go. So you can see those lovely fabric straps. Now, what we need to do is we've got the base here. I'm going to pop these on and we need to make sure that they are 5 inches apart. So I've just got my ruler here and I'm just going to make sure, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're not quite far enough apart, so I'm just going to bring this one out a tiny little bit. We just want to make sure they are 5 inches apart. And then we'll just bring this one out a tiny little bit. And then,
I need to let you know, sorry. Half the stock's gone on this bundle.
Don't be selling this out.
It's absolutely flying out. I was just having a chat with the producer saying I don't know if it's going to last the end of the demo, so I'm not sure what we're going to do if it sells out before the end of this demonstration. So we'll work on a plan. Right, here's the thing. I'm going to finish the demo either way, okay? So if we sell out of this before the demo's finished, all I would say is you're still going to be able to watch. So if you want to pause me now and go and order this and then come back and pick me up, you are more than welcome to. And you don't even need to do that. You can go and shop while you watch, can't you? Right? Absolutely can.
Right. All I've done is I've pinned that, Joe. And what I'm going to do is let me just check I've got that all nice and perfect. We've got them 5 inches apart. They're looking lovely. I'm just going to top stitch down the 2 pieces here, all right, and then we'll come on to the next bit. So I'll do some stitching. You can watch me, and you can have a bit chat with everyone, Joe.
Absolutely, loads of you tuning. I haven't seen numbers like this for Soft Side for a long time. Very, very busy morning this morning here. Cindy is in Ohio, Cindy. June is joining us from Norfolk. Hi, June. Leona's here. I can see Helen and Evelyn and Valerie and Carrie. Loads of our regulars watching this morning. Sandy in Michigan being one of them as well. A lot of you commenting along. June saying that she thinks she might be a crazy dog lady as she's been up all night. She's been up all morning, sewing bandanas for greyhounds. Sounds like a great cause.
We would love to see some of them.
We would. Send us in some pictures, please, June. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Ray says I should wear the shirt all the time. Can I make a confession? The shirt doesn't fit, Ray. That's what's on over the top of the other one. If I lose about 1.5 stones, if and when I can get back in that shirt, I'll wear it for you. Absolutely. Lynn saying that she made Monty the monkey, one of the craft kits that we did, as he should be, and then she's also made him up as a rainbow Monty the monkey. Again, we want to see pictures of that.
We need to see, right, guys, we absolutely need some of these pictures this week. This is sounding fabulous.
It really, really is. Hannah saying she loves the bicycles. Talking of the bicycles, the Riley Blake fabrics, over 10% of the Riley Blake fabrics have gone now as well. So very, very busy on pretty much everything in the show. Eleanor saying, that was funny, Joe, trying to be John. You're hilarious. I have no idea what you mean, Eleanor. John was here in the studio himself. You saw him with your own eyes. Hello, Sandra and Joe. Good morning all, says Ramona. I can see Christine Mahoney is joining us this morning. I'm getting my evenings and my mornings. Do you know why I'm getting my evenings and my mornings so confused? Because you guys are up in the middle of the night in the US. Some of you, it's like 3:25 in the morning. Eleanor saying, Joe, you are so funny. You can stay, Eleanor, thank you. Sarah, I love your hair. I love what you've done with it.
Thank you. So for those of you who don't know, I was panicking. We've got a really big HSN show next week, which means I am being beamed live into 93 million homes in America via satellite TV. So no pressure, but usually I go and spend a whole half a day in the hairdressers getting ready for just that. And of course we can't do that. So my hairdresser Michael would probably be mortified. But what I've done is I've just bought one of those root concealer sprays, given it a bit of a spray this morning before I blow dried it, and it worked out all right. So yes, so we are touching. So now we don't need to panic when I do this and you accidentally see it over the top. See when this happens and we go whoa, and they shout Sarah, Sarah. Do you want to see what it looks like on the rest of it? That's how dark it is everywhere else, right? So we've totally covered that up. Nobody's going to realise, are they not, right? Now, are you ready for the next bit of the bag, right? So this is going to be, if we just go on back to this point, this is going to be the bottom. I've used the different fabrics, all the fabrics from the range, you've got all of them, but this is going to be that bottom part then we've stitched the handles on. By the way, it's this tall so that you can put one of your big sewing mats in if you want. Now what I've done is I've just used the pattern that comes in as well to cut out the right size for the I love this fabric. Joe, how amazing would this fabric look with that fabric coat on that we had last week?
It would look wonderful.
You could make, this is what we do, you could make the, it's a lovely picture.
It would look lovely and it would be beautiful, but it's limited stock.
What?
90% of the stock has gone of this collection. I told you it was going fast. If you will check out at the moment, I don't think there'll be any left. If it's in your basket, you need to check it out right this minute or you are going to miss out on it.
Okay, that's a problem. Can we not make some phone calls and see if we're... I'm guessing that's it, right? Right? Who do we phone? Let's phone Sarah. Sarah, have we got any more? I don't think so. Right, okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go and just tack around the outside here. So I'm just tacking the base onto the top. And you know, let's just go for it. I really should be good, and I should be sitting with a I should be pinning all of this before I go, Joe. But as we're now going to need to speed sew, so that I can put this bag together and still finish it for everyone. Yes, let's just get this right. So all I'm doing is tacking. So it doesn't matter that it's not all perfect at the end because it's just tack holding them together, the two edges, so that we can then hold the rest of our bag. So can you see it's going to form the top of our bag, and we're going to get all that. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to pin these now and get them all nice and right, okay? So here we go. A couple of these are our sewing quilting clips, by the way. Go and have a look on the website because they are fantastic. if you don't already own them. They do make life a lot easier. How's your sequin fabric doing, Joe? That's what I really want to know.
Very, very busy. If you've not seen it, then you absolutely need this in your life. I feel like some sort of sassy matador is what I feel like with this. Olé! No, the sequin fabric is absolutely brilliant. I love it. And it is this wonderful two-tone. So you could even write like your own messages in it, which I think is fantastic. So you've got it in the black and gold. It's half price as well, £35 or $36. So you get it in the black and gold, but you're also going to get it in the rose gold and gold. They're all two-tone. You're also going to get it in the teal and gold. It's £20 or $27. I was trying to charge you more there, wasn't I? You've also got it in the pink and gold as well as that gorgeous black and gold. I think for things like cushions, this is amazing. You're going to be able to make... do you know what I would like made out of it? It's like a...
What would you like made out of it?
Like a baseball cap, like the front panel for a baseball cap.
I was about to say, give us a request and I'll sort it out for you, no problem. But I think you're pushing it a bit. Baseball caps are slightly beyond my remit, but I'll do you a lovely cushion cover.
Fantastic.
Let's hope that fabric doesn't sell out before we get to it. Right, are you ready to see the next bit on the on this? Right, so all I've done is tuck that handle inside, and I've got two of those. So here's the one I did last night ready, okay? I love Monday nights getting ready for my Softer Side of Life show. So all I'm going to do, put these right sides together, the two of these, and I'm just going to hold all of this together, and I am going to use my little clips to hold this together. Right, so I'm going to hold these together and I'm going to stitch all the way around the outside. Am I all right?
Sarah, I told you, you know what it's like. I think sometimes you think, you know, he's just waffling on, he's just telling us this and he's saying this. I always want you to get the deal, and that's why when I say you've got to buy it, you've got to buy it. And what's happened is it's completely sold out and gone, because that's exactly what you've done. So congratulations if you got it. We thought we had enough to at least last the 2 hours of Softer Side of Life. But if you see it and you want it, get it before it's gone. Is a good example, I'd say.
Oh, Joe, I'm good. But do you know what? I'm going to still finish this. We still have the pattern packs. So even though you can't get the fabric while the fabric's on such a great deal, we still have the Riley Blake fabric. You could do this exact project with the Riley Blake fabric still, and until they sell out. The thing is, Joe, it's our own fault. We shouldn't be doing quite such good deals, should we not?
Absolutely.
I think that is definitely the learning here.
What you could do, Sarah, as well? You could go for the Riley Blake, which is not a great deal, and then what you could do is maybe go for the other two patterns that we had available individually as well. So absolutely you could do that. So you could maybe go for the sewing machine cover, the Gemini cover, and the Riley Blake. Lynn's saying that she'd love to make the sewing machine cover out of the glitter fabric.
Oh, Lynn,
and
we need to see that. We need to see that when it's done. Absolutely.
She was asking how much fabric she might need. I'd say that probably two of those four would do the cover quite easily. I'm getting knowing nods, which is fantastic.
I would definitely say so. Yeah. Can we just have a moment to appreciate how phenomenal this sewing machine is? By the way, we're going through 2 layers of wadding and up to 6, 7, 8 layers of fabric at some of these points, and it is literally handling it as though it was like a. You know, the best way to think of this is if it was like a professional. This is what you're doing for people who are making. You know, making garments in clothes factories. It's that good.
Talking of making garments, Pam Craven's been making scrubs out of her Riley Blake. Check these out.
Oh, Pam, they are fabulous. Oh, Pam, you've just made my day. That is the most wonderful. Oh, I hope you've got a lovely matching bag for them, Pam. They are absolutely fabulous. Oh, I can't believe that. That is keep your pictures coming. Guys, honestly, seeing what you guys are making is literally the highlight of our day. Send them in. We would love to feature you on the show. This is the great thing about these shows, Josie. No, it's not just me and you. It's me, you, and the hundreds and hundreds of people at home watching, all in this together.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. And all sharing ideas, all being creative, all having fun. Since this item sold out, you know, we talked about the Riley Blake.
Yep.
Well, the Riley Blake is now 20% of the stock gone. I think now that this first collection's gone, a lot of you now jumping onto the Riley Blake. So you've got those that available there for you. I'll take you through the Riley Blake again at the moment, but it is very, very busy. Over 45% off on the Riley Blake. Loads of you commenting along. Oh, Nancy is saying that your dress is gorgeous, Sarah.
Well, thank you. Yes, my friend made it for me. I'm one very lucky girl to have lovely friends who make me lovely dresses. Right, are you ready for the last bit of the bag? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to then make the lining. So you're going to do exactly the same. Can you see? So I've just cut two pieces exactly the same size, stitched around them, left the hole, right, that we're going to pop. So I've left the little hole here. This is going to turn inside out because we must go right sides together. Right side, it's like I've got to keep telling myself because yeah, I'm terrible for forgetting this bit, right? So this goes, can you see, this is the right side of the fabric. Inside, here's the right side of the fabric. So you pop this inside and then I'm going to line up here. Can you see I'm going to line up those seams? This is honestly, guys, one of the easiest projects to do. If you're like me and you're quite a beginner sewer and you want a nice project that's going to be easy but something that's really useful for you to be able to put together, this is the project to go for. Now, yes, you can absolutely take it to the next level if you want. For example, the one on the front and the one in the pattern has a nice bit of piping around the front. Yes, I'm not at the piping level yet. Just being really honest, there is a limit to where I'm at and we're not quite at piping. Now, here we go. I'm going to take the edge off my machine so that you can see it nice and up close here. And I'm just going to sew all the way around. So I'm going to start a little bit randomly, just a little bit in. And I'm going to sew all the way around here. So you can just watch me. This is like the last bit of the project, Joe, and then we get the big reveal. And I'd love to see if any of you do go for that Riley Blake fabric and make this project, you must send it in for us. I had no idea we would have our first sellout, Joe, like half an hour into the show. This is crazy territory today. I told you it was a good show today.
It is a pretty stellar lineup, I'm not going to lie. We would love you to get your pictures in, as Sarah said. Studio at craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those into. Loads of you commenting along over on Facebook. Don't forget, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, which is a good idea with the speed at which all of these deals are going, then craftscompanion.review, so .co.uk, .com or .eu. Details are down there on the bottom of your screen. So yes, keep commenting along. Lots of you saying about the Shadiah, saying that the key is to shop before the show. I absolutely agree with you, Shadiah. Most of the time, well, the deals will always be live in the morning before we go live. So you can absolutely, an hour, a few hours before the show, shop ahead. You're more than welcome to also do that. Sweely has got the Sequin fabric, which she loves. She also says that Softer Side of Life is her favourite show of the week. And she's got the Riley Blake fabrics, I think, from last week. So having a right old treat.
Do you know what? I think it might be one of my favourite shows of the week there. I just like, for me, it's because it's been challenging me to do something different outside of my comfort zone. You know, I do paper craft all day, every day, but it's I don't do a lot of soft craft. And so it's been nice for me to get back into all of the soft craft stuff. Right, I've just covered over a lot of my stitching there, Joe. For some reason, I decided that I was going to leave a nice big gap at the top. I don't know why I decided to do that. There's absolutely no need to. We can probably trim a bit of that off, but I can do that later. Right, are you ready? Are you ready for this moment? I feel like you need to see me kind of like, oh, there you go, like that, right? So here's my lining. I'm going in through my little piggy hole at the top. I don't even know if that's what you got. I call them this in case our Charlie. That's what he says if he's got a hole in his socks. He calls it a piggy hole. So yes. So I've started calling my little holes in my bags little piggy hole, just because it just reminds us of our Charlie and his little socks. Bless him. And I'm going to feed this through. This is the exciting bit when it comes to bag making. Right, all the way through. And then the last thing I'm going to do will be to stitch that shut. But before I do, I'm just going to check it all works. And a bit of top stitch, just a bit of top stitching. I'll just finish it off nicely. So I'm going to get in there, right in there, have I got my bone folder kicking around? Yes, I have. Look at that. That bone folder, I'll just go right in and finish it right off. Now, yes, I have I have done, oh, do you know, no, I've done. I've stitched my handles on the inside. Never mind. Oh, no, I'm right. Yes, I'm right. Oh, my love, I was starting to think, how have I done that? I followed the instructions. Right, we're okay. We've got handles there. You know, and I was just going to say it's fine because I'm not sending this out to somebody this week. I'm keeping it. If this is the last of this fabric, I'm also going to take that last sample that you've got, Joe, because this is, I remember when
I'll pack this up for you
when
then.
I designed this and got it ready. I love this fabric. I'm definitely going, we'll have to have that, we'll have to try and get that fabric coat back on the show next week, because if you've got this fabric, how brilliant that you could make it into oilcloth. I think it would just look fabulous as oilcloth, right? So all we're going to do is we're going to pop that inside. I'm going to do a little bit of top stitching around the top. I won't do it now because we've got loads that we want to get done in the show. But there's the top of my bag. There's the handles, you see. And the reason it is so big is because it's designed to fit your cutting mat, right?
Ah, fabulous.
So it's so that you can fit your craft cutting mat, because it is actually made for a sewer. Right, so there we go. And actually that'll give it some nice shaping so you can see how that bag is intended to be. So this bag is literally a bag for a sewer. How amazing is that?
That's gorgeous.
Brilliant bag. And I know I'd stitched half of it together last night, but that is probably an hour and a half's project. An hour and a half, you could be doing that. And again, if you get all of the packs, you could be doing the sewing machine cover, you could be doing the Gemini. We've got all of them, and they are all exactly the same. Full step-by-step photograph instructions. I tried to make it easy when I designed these. What a brilliant little project that is.
The Gemini pattern cover has also sold out, I believe, as well. So the only one that's left, I told you it was busy, the only one that's left is the sewing machine cover. That bag as well might make a great laptop bag as well, Sarah, which would be a wonderful way of using it. If you want to go for the sewing machine cover, we do still have that on the show there for you. So grab that whilst we've got it. Would go great with the Riley Blake fabric. Shall I just take you through those and what you're getting? So it's 7 metres of fabric total that you're going to get here. Let me take you through some of what you might be getting. So you've got this beautiful bicycle and scooter with the lovely roses, sort of almost a bit watercoloury in the peach and the white there. Oh, we love the chickens. You've got this one with the blue, the dark blue, and you've got the white one there as well, and it is such a gorgeous gorgeous fabric. You can see really it's almost sort of done like a drawing, like a sketch. It's really beautiful. Let's show you as well this one, which is the foliage and floral, which you've got here in the red, in that lovely mocha and that blue. We've then got some ditzy florals in here. I love this collection because it is a real mixed bag. You've got pretty much something for everything. If you went for the fabric coat as well in the previous weeks that we've had, this would work beautifully with your fabric coat. And then what we've finally got is this lovely sort of modern abstract print as well here on the lovely baby blue, the white and the pinks. Over 45% off. You're saving £45 on this one, which is fantastic. £50 if you're in the UK, $36 if you are in the US. Now, Build-A-Block, always so popular. Before we get to Build-A-Block, actually, I must let you know the sequin fabrics of what you're going to get 4 of this size just here. 20% of this, a fifth of the stock here, has now sold out and gone. So do grab those. I know they're going to be very, very popular in this show. Talking of things that are popular, we've also got for you the Build-A-Block. Now, Build-A-Block is amazing. It is a full-on patchwork quilting system for you, which is brilliant. And the great thing is that you can make up these blocks in 3, 4, 6, 8, 9 and 12-inch blocks. So think about, maybe you're a bit intimidated by a full quilt. Doesn't matter, you can make up a cushion, you can make table runners and tablecloths, you can then build up to that full quilting project. You've got the square dies in here, you've also got the half square triangles, the quarter square triangles and the 16-page instructional booklet. Check out the amount of different quilting patterns that you're able to make with that. Now that would be great to get that £84 or $107, but that is not where it stops. This is the softer side of life. We bring you all the great deals here. You're going to get the numbers and alphabets included as well, completely free of charge. If I just step out the way a bit, actually, you might be able to see the alphabet quilt that I've got behind me Just here, if I bring it down, can you see it? So here you can see that beautiful alphabet quilt. This is what you're going to be able to do. Think about that. Think about personalisation. Think about initial plaques made as well in your sewing projects, which is fantastic. Very, very busy on that, as we knew it would be. £84 or $107 for that one. Now, something that I launched with the lovely Lizzie Curty quite a while back was the multimedia die sets that we've got for you just here. So you've got a really great comprehensive bundle on these, which is what you can see on your screen. £84 or $107. Sorry, is it these ones we're talking about?
No.
Double wedding ring and pineapple, this one just here. Okie doke, so this is more builder blocks. So this is going to be a fantastic expansion pack for your builder blocks. So this is your pineapple. I always want to sing pen, pineapple, apple, pen. Was that how it went? I can't remember.
No, never heard of that.
Pen, have you not seen the video?
No.
Pen, pineapple, apple, pen. I'm going to show it to you. It's going to blow your tiny mind. This one here is your pineapple quilting pattern. So you can see it will make you 6, 8 and 12 inch block there for you. And you've also got that. That's coming with the double wedding ring as well. And the double wedding ring is going to give you your 6, 8 and 12 inch blocks. Just thinking about it, you know, okay, look, more standard size shapes. Cutting them out is still a challenge, but it's doable. Think about trying to cut those out. I mean, it's going to be nigh on impossible, surely, isn't it? And again, with the pineapple, just show you the two sort of blocks styles that you're able to create. They look absolutely gorgeous. And then that is your double wedding ring just there. Now, should we have a special friend? Should we have a special guest live in the studio? Well, not live in the studio, live from their studio. Let's cross over to the lovely Lizzie, and she's going to take us through both of these.
Thanks, Sarah. And today I'd like to show you two things. Firstly, I'm going to show you the pineapple block set, which is a selection of dies that will actually allow you to create the most wonderful pineapple design. So those are all the dies. Don't be frightened. It's really easy. And when you look at the design on the front, and there's a bigger picture on the back, it'll give you some idea of the sort of design that you're going to do. Now, if you look down here on my mat, I've got one that I've already made up. Doesn't it look absolutely stunning? But please don't be afraid of this. This is actually very easy. If you've ever done a log cabin design quilt, then you'll know that you're actually stitching in the round the whole time. So if I just show you, this is what you're going to pop through your Gemini. So these are all the pieces ready to go. And this is the biggest size. I'm not going to waste any time by cutting them, because you know what that looks like by now. When you look at the actual booklet that we give you, full instructions that you're going to get, it actually tells you what dies you need and how many to cut. And also it's colour coordinated or colour coded. So if you look at, there's the pink, the purple, pink, the purple, the pink and the purple. And those are the colours that relate to the actual design themselves. So that's your central square. The pink is your inner triangle, which are these here. Then you've got the round one, and so on and so forth. Let me quickly show you with the pieces what that looks like. It's straight stitching. There's no need for any complications with this whatsoever. So this is your first round that you're going to do. You're going to stitch all of these on one by one and go in. It's like stitching, like I said, in the round. And then you're getting the set 2. You've got 4 of the orange cut and 4 of the white. And then you're just literally laying them down and you're going to stitch these down. So obviously you're going to do right sides together, but I'm just lining these up so you can see how it looks. And literally you're going to stitch 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. And then you're going to the white. And again, you're just going to stitch these down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so you're starting to build up. Then you take your orange again, and then you're going to stitch here. Now don't forget, I haven't allowed for my seam allowances, so obviously I'm just overlapping these, but they fit absolutely perfectly. You've even got the dog ears cut off. So look, already we're getting that sort of shape that we need. And then the last one is the white. So again, you're just following the edges. It's quite obvious that it's that you're going to do. But the instructions are in the booklet. Everything is done for you. I have to say, these are the easiest set of dies that you could possibly use. So that's what that looks like. And then we just put the corners on. So don't forget, I haven't stitched these, so they might look like we need to cut a bit off, but we don't. They fit perfectly. So there we are. So that's how easy it is. And it's just straight line stitching, and this is what you end up with when you stitch them together. How glorious is that? The second one I want to show you, if I just move that over there, is the double wedding ring. So it's exactly the same, so I'll just get all my bits and pieces in. So if I get these pieces out of the way, and you can see this is the little block that we're going to make. I'll pop it there so you can see it. Now again, in the instructions, it tells you exactly what to cut. So you won't ever be left alone. Everything is done for you. So you can see here, these are the colourways that you could use. I mean, you could use beautiful bright colours, all different. And it tells you exactly what to cut, but more importantly, it tells you how to stitch it together to make that design up. So if I just show you really quickly, so that's 1/4. So this is this part here. So you're going to lay your dies out on your plate, just like I've done here, and you can cut through all the different colours all at the same time. And then if we put that to one side and bring the pieces in, so if we follow the pattern, so there's our like petal shape, and we're going to bring one of our coloured strips in, so we're going to stitch those two together. Okay, that's our first bit. Then what we're going to do is stitch the other arc and put our squares on each end, and you're going to make that as one full piece, just like it says here. You're making one full piece, and then you're stitching that to that. Now we've stitched curves before with our dies, and you know how easy it is. It's really, really simple to stitch a curve. And then once you've done that, you're putting your corners in. Now obviously I haven't stitched this, so you've got to remember this has to have a seam allowance in, but that's what you're stitching. That's how it's broken down. Once you break it down into little segments, doesn't it become really super easy? And that, like I said, that is 1/4 of that whole block that we would be making with the double wedding ring. Nothing is complicated. Everything is really super easy. Possibly my most favourite set of dies so far. And I never say that lightly. If I've said that, I mean it. So, Sara, it's back to you in the studio. Have a lovely time. Bye-bye.
Ah, the lovely Lizzie Curtis there guiding us through that builder block. This is almost like the expansion for your builder block once you've gone for the original system. A great deal on this as well. So £84 if you're in the UK, $107 if you're in the US. You're saving 40%, you're saving £55 if you are in the UK. I'm having a bit of a giggle because I've just seen the photo that's coming up. Now, I'll go back to fabric because my love of sequin fabric is well documented. Should we have a little look at me on holiday with a couple of lovely ladies when I was down under in Australia? That's my friend Dolly there on the left. And my friend Rose on the right. We were in Dalesford. But check out that sequin top. It was very, very warm. I was like a human disco ball that day.
I can well imagine you would be. That's fabulous.
So maybe that's something that you could do with that sequin fabric. Now, keep getting your photos and pictures into us. Loads of you have sent some in. Should we have a look? Oh, one of our embroidery kits here. Let's have a look at that. How beautiful is that? Where is that in?
That is Val from Stockton, is what that is. Val from Stockton, aka my mother-in-law.
Fantastic. I recognise this next one.
Oh.
That's your Oliver next.
It's me. I was teaching him how to crochet this week. Do you want to see what we were doing? Do you want to see what we were crocheting this week? We were doing this fabulous little rainbow. So Joe made us one. Which is hanging in our window. We absolutely love it. So he lent us his little bag, all of his crochet hook and everything. And I was making one, and Oliver wanted to learn how to do it. So I sat at the weekend. I'll be really honest, he thought he'd got the hang of it, but all I was doing was I was holding the wool and I was holding, and so he had his hand on, I had my hand on too. But he felt like he was doing it. So he feels like, because I can remember my grandma teaching me to crochet when I was about that age. Actually, I think we might have still been on finger knitting when I was that age. But maybe we progressed on to crochet by the time I was 10 or something. But yeah, how lovely to be able to teach the kids to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic as well. And a great hobby to learn whilst we've got a bit of extra time on our hands. Loads of you have been sending in your scrub bags. You can still do that. Go over to our website, look for Sew a Scrub Bag. All the details are there. We love it. Keep sending them in to us.
Oh, I've got an idea, Joe. Why next week? Why don't we get loads of the scrub bags out that people have sent?
Yes.
And show them all the scrubs bags that people have sent that we've done.
Sounds like a great idea.
In case you've missed the demo, what I'll do is I'll re-show you how to do the scrub bags. So next week we'll go back to scrubs bags. If you missed how to do it, I'll show you how to do it, and we'll bring in all the scrubs bags that we've been sent in.
Sounds fantastic. So yeah, keep them coming in. We absolutely love them. They're still really needed. We're getting them to frontline workers as quick as we can as well. Crochet hearts, someone sent us in here. How beautiful are those? That looks like a rainbow yarn that's been used for the middle one there. Is it? I can never remember the name. Is it variegated, where it changes colour? Is that what it's called?
Yep, that's exactly it.
I'm winning at English today. So yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's a lovely quilting project that we've received here as well. How beautiful is that?
Oh, lovely. Oh, they're fabulous.
That's like quilting perfection, isn't it? I mean,
it's
indeed. So symmetrical. Oh, crochet animals. This is the rabbit that we've had featured recently. That is that giraffe that we had featured a couple of weeks ago as well. And some face masks as well. A lot of you making face masks out there at the moment.
Oh, amazing.
Beautiful, isn't it? Really, really lovely. Keep sending your pictures in, your photos in. We love receiving them. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Rosalind says, I received Ziggy the giraffe, crocheted everything but the nose. He's going to be a little round, got heavy-handed with a stuffing. I think that's what's happened to me recently as well. Robin says, beautiful. Samantha's asking, will there be a masterclass on basic crochet? I'm not sure. We'll add it to the list, Samantha. And loads of you. Pam Craven saying, how do we do for scrub bags? I made and sent 2 in a couple of weeks ago. Thank you for sending them in, Pam. We love receiving them. We still do need more. Still keep sending them into us. And Eleanor's saying she's going to get a sewing machine again, which is always lovely. And Nandia says, pen pineapple, apple pen is the best earworm ever. Pen pineapple, apple pen.
Still,
if you've not seen it, when this show's finished, pop over to YouTube and have a look at it. It is
right, I look forward to that now then, can't I?
I want to share with you the applique dies that we've got here. These are the Hawaiian applique dies. Hawaiian is basically the style. So it's a style of applique that originates from that part of the world which we're looking at. And it is really distinctive, which is great. So you've got here, firstly, the pineapple. Now, you can see here that the die there, you might be thinking the die doesn't look anything like the actual finished panel. Well, you're going to need to watch the demonstration because it is very clever how these dies work and they build up very, very quickly. So you've got the pineapple. You also have the hibiscus, which works in exactly the same way. It makes a really beautiful project there. Great for cushion covers, wonderful for borders on lots of different projects. You've got the tea leaf. And finally, you've also got here the breadfruit, which is a fantastic one there as well. 10% of the stock here has gone. The saving on those is absolutely amazing. You're saving 80%, £80, sorry, if you're in the UK. 67% is your saving there. £40 or $46 if you are in the US. It is very, very busy. The Riley Blake fabric, a quarter of that has now gone. We had a really good stock of that, but since we sold out of the first item, a lot of you are jumping ahead on that. Also, the glitter fabric, a quarter of the glitter fabric has now sold out and gone. We've had lots of sellouts already. Don't forget as well, there will be a craft vault coming up at the end of this show. If you want to get ahead now, you can do so by popping over to the website, click in Shop the Show and you'll see all the Craft Vault items are in there, tagged with the Craft Vault logo. So you can definitely get over there and shop ahead. I see a lot of you have already been shopping ahead for those Craft Vault items. Okay, Sarah, do you fancy taking us through these applique dies?
Yes, and I'm going to use the Riley Blake fabric, so don't buy it all till I've finished. Although, as you've seen, you know, you can buy it and I'm still going to finish my demo. So that's just how we're going to roll here. Then all the people who've bought it will be able to get it. This one, I love how bright it is, so I'm just giving it a nice bit of a press. Someone's been asking, by the way, Joe, about my ironing board, and can you buy this ironing board? Well, you can just make yourself one if you want, because all it is a little piece of wood, some wadding on. I've just folded the fabric over and stapled along it. So it's just a nice little one that we can have in the studio that's handy. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a piece of the fabric and just using my scissors, I'm going to trim this off. Now, there's loads of different ways you can do this. You can now do it with a bit of stick and spray. You can stick it on however you want. What I'm going to do is use a bit of heat and bond, right? So it's just the heat and bond light on this one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it down. Let's bring this ironing board back in. And I'm just going to use a little bit of this heat and bond on the back of the fabric. So if you go on the website and have a look for the heat and bond, hopefully a lot of you will be familiar with it. All you do is you basically iron it onto the back of your fabric, and it's just like a double-sided sticky. All right, so if I just do that before I waste any more of it, I'm just going to trim off what we're using here. So I'm just going to cut this to the right size, and this part up here, and make sure we've got that all stuck down. And what this is going to do, Joe, it's going to mean that I'm going to do you the front of a cushion cover, and I can make it really quickly. We like cushion covers. If you haven't noticed, Tara does a lot of cushion covers and bags. We should rename this the softer side of cushion covers and bags show. I'm not advanced enough to do any dressmaking. When John's back, hopefully we'll have some expert dressmakers come and join us, and we'll be able to teach you loads of extra techniques. We could get our Leanne in a week for the softer side of life and see if she can teach us a bit. To be honest, Lizzie's a fabulous dressmaker. I'm sure she could teach us a few bits and pieces. It's nice to have everyone else come and join us in the shows. But here we go. I've ironed that onto the back of there. Then all you're going to do, right, is you're going to fold this in half and just give it a finger press. Okay, so just a little finger press along the corner, and then I'm going to fold it into quarters so that we've got essentially a point down in this corner. Now, this is how the die works, Joe. What you do, if I bring in my metal plate, I'm going to send this through the Gemini. I'm going to take the die, and can you see, the idea is, because you can cut 8 layers of fabric with this, we've folded this in half and in half again. So onto your corner, you're going to pop the die. Now, a great little tip is actually pop it this way. All right, so it's just going to be outside of my Gemini, so I'm just going to trim this little bit off the edge, because we don't need that, right? And I'm going to pop this on now and make sure this is going off the edge of our fabric. So you're just going to take a little bit of tape and tape that into place. Now, I like to tape the die to the metal plate so that it's not going to move as you're sending it through the machine. That is good and in place. You put your clear cutting plate on, your top cutting plate on, we're going straight through the Gemini. Now, I can remember launching these Hawaiian quilt dies over at HSN, and it absolutely flew. I can tell you now, I had not appreciated how popular this technique is. And then once we did bring this out, I thought, how on earth, as a design like this, a technique like this becomes so popular without dies? Because just to cut this sort of pattern by hand, absolute nightmare. Okay, so if I lift this off now, can you see this becomes a little bit of scrap? So I'm just going to make sure that I just clip all the edges there if it hasn't quite caught it. Same here. I'm just going to make sure I've got those. And you can see it's a bit like, you know, when you were a kid and you did snowflakes and you folded your paper up, Joe, and then cut the snowflakes out. It's exactly the same as that, except a grown-up version of doing it. So when I lift all of this out now, I'm just going to catch you, there's a little bit in there. I'll come and make sure I've got that later. Yep, there is my die. So this is scrap now. And let me show you, we'll open this out. So this is 4-way. Now, which one's this one that I'm using? This one here is the breadfruit. So this is the breadfruit. You open it all the way up, and then because we've put that heating bond on the back, and you see it's got a little bit stuck together as we've sent it through. You're going to peel off the paper, all right? So I'm going to unpeel this, Joe, and then we're going to pop this on the front of a cushion cover.
Fantastic. June's saying, do you think that the Hawaiian dyes would go through the Gemini Junior? Good question.
Yes, they would.
Should do, shouldn't they? Yeah, I thought so.
Good question. Great
Fantastic.
question there.
Lots of you commenting along, loads of you still sending your pictures in, please do that. I need to let you know that the Applique dyes, 20% of the Applique dyes have now sold out and gone, so do be quick if you want them. Robin is saying Q. I think she's just saying, I don't know if it's just in general or it's directed at a specific point of the show, but I'll take that, Robin, thank you very much. Maybe it was me.
I thought you were talking about my Applique dyes.
Maybe that's what it was.
We'll soon find out.
Loads of you just talking about sewing for the first time as well, or sewing for the first time in a long time. I'd love to know if you've just got back into sewing and sort of what you've been making, what you've been getting up to. We always love knowing what is on your table in your sewing room. If you're fancy enough to have a sewing room, I don't imagine many people do have a sewing room. If you do, send us in pictures of it. I'd love to see it. Maybe it's a spare bedroom that you've repurposed. That looks beautiful.
Do you know what?
And how would you, I'm just thinking, Sarah, how on earth would you cut that by hand? I mean, you'd have to be seriously talented, wouldn't you?
Well, it's seriously committed, I would say. Never mind talented, you've got to really want to, haven't you? Do you know, you said that about the sewing room. So when I bought our house, we've been in our house 8 years since we moved in now, okay? And when we moved in, the lady who we bought the house off was a keen sewer, and she had a sewing room.
Oh, lovely.
But then I didn't sew. So I took all the stuff out and converted it into a little bit of a craft room. Well, ironically now, what have we done? I've moved my craft room downstairs, and I've converted another spare room into my craft area. Some of you will have seen the pictures before. We've got one of those nice big, you know, where it opens out and it's got loads of shelves in.
Oh, I know the one. They're lovely, those.
And so it means my sewing machine's now gone back upstairs. So we're now back upstairs to do all of the, we've converted the sewing room back into a sewing room. So I'm really lucky that I do have a sewing room in the house now. Yeah, but it's only been back in the sewing room probably the last year, 18 months as it was. Now look at this, Joe. That heating bond has made it so that I can iron this straight on, absolutely no problem.
So you don't even need to be a sewer then for this?
Fabrics. Is what, sorry?
You don't even need to be a sewer to do this. You can create beautiful things. Could you stitch this on if you wanted to?
You could. Do you know what I would probably do now? I'll bring my machine in and I'll do a little bit of stitching over top of it, right?
Okey-doke.
So I might just stitch through it, or you could just quilt a pattern. You know, maybe you've gone for our goodie bags one of the other weeks and we do some lovely quilting pattern guides. This would look fabulous with a quilted pattern over the top. So you could just quilt straight over the top of it. I'm just going to stitch through the middle of this, not really to hold it on, just to look decorative. Just really easy to do. And this is just going to do the front. You don't need to see me make it into a whole cushion cover. We're going to do that next with the sewing fabric. But it's nice for you to see the pattern sewn on, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Now remember, if you want to get these, the price is quite unbelievable, really. I mean, shut the front door, shut the back door, put the bins out and twiddle the blinds. That's how great the saving is here, because you're getting all of them. So remember, you're getting the pineapple, the tea leaf, the breadfruit and the hibiscus, and £80 is what you're saving in the UK. You're only paying £40, so you've got a great deal on these. You're all getting 67% off, which is wonderful. So they should be, in the US, they should be $139.80, and they're $46 today. So definitely grab them whilst we have them. A quarter of the stock now has sold out and gone. Remember as well the Riley Break, that's not what it's called Riley Blake fabrics, that you've got such amazing quality as always. So you've got 7 meters total within this bundle that you're getting. So you're getting a real lovely mix of colours. So you've got some lovely modern prints in here. You've got these lovely ditzy florals within here too. You've then got those beautiful, that wonderful chicken design that you've got just there. And then we've got that lovely foliage in there. And then finally, I think it might be my favourite, this one, you've got that wonderful sort of Parisian bike and scooter with the florals in there as well. Now, what you actually receive may vary, might be some slight variation, but all of those Riley Blake fabrics are absolutely gorgeous. That looks pretty amazing, Sarah.
Doesn't it look good? I know, you know what's going to happen? My phone's going to ping any minute now, and it'll be my father-in-law saying, Val says she'll have one of them cushion covers. We've had that on the show a few times, so yeah, I better keep this and it'll make it into a nice cushion cover. But how nice do those two fabrics look together? Do you know, are you all right? Can we run through the Riley Blake fabrics again?
Yeah, let's.
I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I'll tidy down, get ready for the next demo as well, Joe, because I'll get my sequin fabric out. I'll do your cushion cover next.
I'll run you through that sequin fabric in just a second. So I'll just show you the Riley Blake fabrics again here. So what you've got here are this beautiful bike and the motorbike. You've also got the lovely floral element in there. You've got the foliage within here as well, as you can see. So you've got that beautiful foliage there in the mocha, the blue and that lovely red. Then you've got this one, it's kind of like a little bit of a farmyard scene with some chickens and some little chicks in there as well. Again, you've got that in the cream, the blue and the navy blue, or kind of, wouldn't go as far as say it was a navy, maybe more of a French navy. It's kind of a little bit lighter than a navy. You've got some ditzy florals within there as well. And we've now got as well that beautiful, sort of a little bit plainer, would be a lovely sort of background fabric to use within there as well. All of them, 45% off, £50 or $36 there for that one. A third of a big stock has sold out and gone already. So do grab those whilst we have them. We're going to come back and have a look at the sequin fabric in just a moment. Now, all of these amazing discounts that we bring to you, you can still use them in conjunction with your Club Inspire discount as well. If you're new to us and you're unsure about all the details of Club Inspire, here is Sarah to show you.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect one loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of Club Inspire. We allow you double discounts, so definitely make sure that you take advantage of that. Now, I'm not going to go through them all individually. We'll do that a little bit later in the show. I do want to give you a heads up though. Sometimes we bring you sort of 3 issues of the magazine, and we do that on a wonderful price. 2 issues, sorry. And what we've done today is bought you 3 issues on a fantastic price, because normally you'd pay $9.99 for one edition or instalment of So Inspired. However, you're going to get 3 for that same price today. And each one of these crammed full of inspiration, but also loads of stuff in here as well, loads of freebies in there too. So this one, for instance, you're going to get stencils in here, you're going to get a fat quarter, and you're going to get a picnic set, as well as 34 amazing projects to get you started. So that one is your first one. That's issue 16. Issue 15, you've got the pattern for backpacks, more fat quarters, and you've got a fantastic template in here, as well as 30 projects. Oh, our very own Katie down there on the front cover, you'll see. And then this one here, issue 14, more of a festive theme with this one. The lovely Rosella there on the cover. And this one you've got project pattern pack in here, 11 different things that you can make festive themed. You'll get a fat quarter and you'll get some fabulous stencils in there too, as well as 53 inspiring projects. How many projects is that? So it's 53 plus 30 is 83. And another 34 is 114 projects for £15. That is incredible value for money. That's definitely a shut the front door price. So they are half price. Make sure you grab those. Now, our glitter, why do I keep calling it glitter fabric? Glitter fabric.
It's glittery.
It is glittery, isn't it? It's shiny.
Because
maybe
the
that's what it is.
sequins are glittery.
Absolutely. It is gorgeous. Whatever we call it, it's still drop dead gorgeous. Let's just show you here. So this is the sort of size piece that you're going to get. And this will make, I reckon you get a couple of cushions out of this if you use it pretty sparingly. Because you're only going to have this on the front, aren't you? Let's face it. And then put something else on the back. So you get it in the black and gold. It's all two-tone, which I absolutely love. You're also going to get it in the rose gold and gold. You're going to get it in the teal and gold, and you're going to get it also, I think this one might be my favourite. We're not allowed favourites, but if we had them, this might be it. This one is the pink and gold that you're getting here. £20 to get all of that, or $27. Loads of questions coming in about this, Sarah. I did see, where have I put my little piece of paper? Evelyn says her grandchildren love this fabric, and they've got storage cubes in their playroom, and she's covered their storage cubes in the sequin fabric, which is fantastic.
Brilliant.
And also Carol Coe, one of our previous craft ambassadors, she's gone for 2 lots of this, and she'd love some sort of general tips about using it. She's never used sequin fabric before.
No problem. And you know, there's loads of you who are probably in that same boat, feeling a little bit frightened. Hopefully when you watch me do it, beginner me doing this, you'll be like, right. Now, do you know what? That'll teach me to be stereotypical and think, oh, Joe's a boy, he probably wants the blue. Oh no, Joe wanted the pink.
I mean, the teal one was my favourite. I meant the teal one was my favourite. That's what I meant.
Right, so so we've got, look, and I've done you a little jet on the front.
Oh, fabulous.
But you can always, it's all you do is you just push it, so you push it up, push it down, just like mermaid fishtails. Really, really clever stuff, okay? So the J might not stay, but it doesn't matter. Now, that's going to be the front. I'm going to get the back of the cushion cover ready first, right? All I've done, Joe, is just a bit of black cotton fabric, just double folded the edge, and I've just been pressing it while we're there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this here, and I am going to stitch down. Now I know I've still got white thread in here. In an ideal world I would have changed it to black, but do you know what? Let's pretend it's so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, that's why I'm doing
That's what it is. It's not, you know, it's all the trend now.
Oh, is that right?
Contrast stitching.
Contrast stitching. So we're doing a nice contrast stitch. Do you know what would have looked really good if I'd used a teal? Oh yes, if I'd used a teal cotton, teal would have looked fantastic.
Kelly's asking, will the Gemini cover pattern be back? We'll try our hardest. I know it has sold out. The sewing machine one cover is still available on the website, but we'll work hard to get the other one back in stock for you, Kelly.
Right, are you ready? Are you ready
We
for
are
what I'm
ready.
So I've got 2 of those. I'm just doing it really super simple. We're not zipping it or anything today. I'm just going to do this. So we're going to have one flap, okay, and then we're going to have the other flap, and the other flap is just going to go, so we're going to have them both together like this, okay, just slightly covering each other, so that we've got like a little envelope to put our cushion in. And then this is going to be the right side, so I'm going to put the glitter fabric with my right side onto here, all right?
Oh,
and
I'm following
just going
now.
to put that, so I'm going to put the 2 together, and it should just be, yes, I cut them nicely, it should just be about the right size. Now, here's the thing. The trick with the glitter fabric, right? Oh, Joe, you've got me doing it now. The trick with the sequin fabric is it moves loads under the machine. So pin it, pin it, pin it, pin it, and pin it some more. You cannot pin it enough with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my clips on all the way around, and it's great because I've just done an envelope flap one. We don't need to worry about the fact that.
Could you put a zip in it, or would you be able to stitch a zip in if you wanted to?
Yeah, you could absolutely stitch a zip. I was just trying to do a really quick and simple one for you.
Oh, no,
how
absolutely.
many mums out there are going to be watching this thinking my kids would love a glitter cushion? Or how many grandmas are watching thinking, I could make a glitter cushion and send it in the post for the grandkids or something. Our grandparents have really started to struggle there, missing the kids and not being able to have cuddles and whatnot. So nice to send them a little present, isn't it? So I've stitched it loads. I'm then also going to get some pins and just pin over it as well, just to make sure it doesn't move.
I don't know why I thought it would be unpinnable.
Yeah, you would be frightened of it, wouldn't you? That's the thing.
You would, yeah. I think you think because it's a sequin. I think when I first saw it, I just couldn't believe that it didn't damage your machine. In my head, sequins going through your machine would damage your machine, but it doesn't, does it?
No, not this, because the fabric's specially made, right?
Right.
So don't think of it as being, it's been made for home craft use. So that it's actually, we've thought through all of that for you. So can you say, I've overpinned it? You can't overpin it right now, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch it with the fabric on the bottom. So my feed dogs are feeding over the regular cotton fabric. And all we're going to do is start in the corner, and we're just going to take it slowly. I'm keeping the same stitch length and stitch width, and we're going to go right through that sequin fabric. Look at this, absolutely no problem. Now, and what I would say is, yes, I know we've got the fantastic Super Duper Stitch Pro, but even a regular sewing machine is going to be able to stitch through this. You don't need a special heavy duty sewing machine. So if you've got our other Gemini Stitch, the Gemini Stitch will also cope with glitter fabric. And I know, because at home I only have the Stitch, I don't have the Stitch Pro, and it still works an absolute treat.
Fantastic.
No problem at all.
Robin's asking, do you cut it do you cut the sequin fabric like normal fabric, or do you have to use a rotary cutter from the back? Is there any sort of, you can cut it with scissors if you want to?
I just used scissors when I was cutting this one, Joe. So you don't need to do anything special at all. Just treat it like you would regular fabric, just loads and loads of pinning, right? Loads and loads of holding it all together as we're going along here.
If you want those clips as well, I'm not sure if they're in stock on the website. I know they sell out time and time again. If they are out of stock, if anything is ever out of stock on our website, always make sure you just put your email address underneath. There's a little box there when it's sold out, and then what happens is we will give you an email when it's back in stock, which is fantastic. You can always shop and watch at the same time on our website. Details on the bottom of your screen at the moment. Aswili, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Asuiley. I would say that's Aswili. Is that agreed? No, I'm on my own there. Out on a limb.
I haven't got a clue.
Maybe you're going to have to come back for me and spell it phonetically if I have got it wrong. But she did say to me that she'd got the glitter fabric a little bit earlier. Then she messaged again to say that she'd got the Riley Blake. Now there's got another message to say she's now got the Hawaiian Applique. And says, I bought so many things from this show. I know you did. You're going to have a lovely time when all of this arrives to your home. Donna's asking, will the Hawaiian Applique dies fit in the Gemini Junior? Yes, they will. So you can use them in that machine as well if you want to. Also, so do you need to do any sort of changes with regards to like stitch length with this style? Is it sort of same as normal?
I've just kept exactly the same stitch length.
Okay.
Look at this, Joe. I should have pinned this a little bit more. Me little opening. It's still going to be all right for you. But can you see how this fabric's moved a little bit as we've been going along, right? That's because I didn't quite, I didn't put enough pins in, right? If in doubt, pin it some more, and pin it a little bit more again, right? That's the best tip I can give you with this stuff. So it's going to be all right though.
Why do you need so many pins? Because it's so slippery.
Yeah, it's just sliding around. Because if you think it's shiny on the back, isn't it? So it's just going to literally keep sliding around unless you hold it in place. So just keep it pinned. Slippy on the top, slippy on the bottom. Right? It's gone.
We've had a message back from, I was saying Aswili, or Aswile, it's Asuli. Thank you for that, Asuli. Yes, Asuli is how you say that name. So always let me know. Always feel free to spell it phonetically. I'm known to butcher not just place names but people names as well. If in doubt, do let me know. I want to let you know how busy this sequin fabric is, because it is very, very busy indeed. Over a third now of the stock has gone. Just remember as well, when we give you these stock updates in the shows, many, many more of you watch these shows back afterwards. In fact, tens of thousands often. So if we're giving you stock updates in the show, what I'd say is, if you're watching this back afterwards, definitely check the website to see what the stock situation is like. That is, you're looking very done there, Sarah.
Oh,
that
we're
was
looking very
super
good.
quick.
Look at this. I'm just going to cut the corners so that it'll turn inside out a little bit easier, right? So remember, you're going to have obviously lots of little bits here. So just don't cut too close to the corners, and then we can turn this inside out and see how it's looking, Joe. Shall we see how your cushion's turned out?
I am excited.
Oh,
wow!
In we go. And do you know what? Can we just sit? You know, you're saying you were worried about it. It's just stitched through. Should we have a little look in the close-up there? Stitched right through those sequins. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Not a stitched literally through the sequins. Absolutely no problem at all. So we'll go all the way around and pop those corners out. And I've got my, I'll just get in with my finger there. Oh, Joe, this is going to look nice.
It looks
and
amazing.
I've only used half of it, so I could do you a little bag to match. I could do you another cushion cover. You could have 2 cushion covers to match. We could put an S on the front of the other one if you want. Look, it's just, like I said, I've just kept a really simple envelope flap one. I've got your cushion here.
Even got the cushion to go in it as well.
Oh, I've got everything,
Wowzers.
Joe. I've got everything. I mean, I might have to
Spoiling
pinch
me.
the cushion back because, I did take it off the sofa this morning. Look at that.
How fabulous
easy,
is that?
How fabulous and easy was that? And we'll get our nice little... Look at this. I'm being pedantic now. Oh, it's looking good. Joe's pillow is ready to go. Should I throw it over to you?
Yes, please.
Ready. Oh, yeah. And he's got it.
Look at that! That is amazing. Look at it. I am over the moon.
How quick was that? I mean, that was literally a 10-minute project. Don't be ruining the set. 10-minute project. Absolutely love it.
No, absolutely fantastic. I'm sure a lot of you. And I reckon, so you said you only used half of one piece
Half of
with
one
that.
piece there.
So if you went for the 4-pack, you could make 8 cushions with this, which is fantastic. I'm never going to put this down now. You'll see me just walking around HQ with it. Now, a lot of you commenting away over on Facebook. We love it. People saying lovely colour, beautiful, so amazing. Now, whilst you're commenting away on Facebook, it's great to do it there. However, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, then here's all the details. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Oh, how amazing is that cushion. I'm still absolutely blown away. All the details there of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Now, the craft vault will be happening at the end of this show, but some of the items in the craft vault are so busy, what I wanted to do was give you a little bit of a heads up, a bit of a sort of VIP preview, if you will. So should we jump right in and have a look? Let's go first. The Threaders 12 by 12. These are your quilting stencils. Now, these are fantastic because what you can do is you can use something like a heat erasable marker, or you can pop that through there, you can trace that out for you, and then what you can do is then come over and then you can quilt over the top of that, which is fantastic if you want to do that. So you've got 2 different designs here for you. You've got this one just here, which makes all of these. Let me spin it round for you so you can see the different designs that you're going to be able to make. That one is the geometric. And then you've also got this one here, which is the Celtic, which makes those designs just there. So really fantastic. You know, we bring you our quilting pattern guides. This is kind of like a different way of doing it, if you will. You stretch this out and then freehand do that. $18.99 or $22.99 if you want to go for those. Now, this is lovely. I've seen this before. This is our Sew Country sewing box, and it's fantastic. It's a great little storage for lots of different things. So you've got a little pin cushion in here. You've got a little pocket in here, and then you've got this great tray as well. So you can pop that down into there. You can pop all your pins in there, maybe some threads underneath there as well, a few tools, a few stencils, not stencils, what was I thinking of? Scissors, that's what I was thinking of. Talking of stencils, I've got stencils on the brain, clearly, because as well as getting this, you buy one, you get one free. So what you've got here are some stencils. Now this is the medallion stencil that you're looking at just here. Again, exactly the same concept as the geometric and the Celtics that I just shown you. And again, lots of different ways here in which you can use that. Now, something that's always so popular is the mandala. Now these are our home decor stencils. These are fantastic. Can I just grab something? Okay, just there, bear with. I'm just going to run out of shot like I'm on Acorn Antiques. I'm coming back. Now, if you've gone for, or you've got this stuff at home, our Threaders glitter paste, these are a match made in heaven with this, because for pasting through these, if you've got mousses, you want to spritz through these, they're fantastic for allowing you to do that, not just on fabric, but on any surface that you want to, really. So you've got two sets. So you've got you've got the mandala set 2 and you've got mandala set 1 as well. You're only paying for one, and we're going to send you both of those. So fantastic there. Now, I'll do more of the craft felt for you a little later in the show. I needed to remind you of something. Oh, Builder Block. Now, so popular. Builder Block is a fantastic quilting system that we've designed for you here at Crafts Companion, because let's face it, although a lot of you maybe love quilting, I doubt a lot of the time it's the cutting out that you enjoy. And the problem is, if the cutting out isn't completely accurate, then when you come to sew up your projects, it's just going to be a little bit skew with. So this is fantastic, because what this is going to do is do all that cutting out for you with dies. So you're going to use this in conjunction with your Gemini. Now in here, you're going to get the square die set, the half square triangle, the quarter square triangle, and a 16-page instruction booklet. These are all the blocks that you're going to be able to make. There are a lot on there. You've got full instructional videos on our website as well. Now, $99.99 is what you'd normally pay for the Builder Block system, and it is absolutely worth every single penny of that. However, today, we're going to give you this included as well, and this is your alphabet and your numbers. Now you can make this in 6, 8, 9, 10 and 12-inch blocks, so fantastic for that. If you want an idea of what you're going to be able to create, here is a beautiful quilt. But also, you know, think about putting the alphabet on there like that one has. Also think about putting messages and names and a whole host of different things, personalisation, which always really adds to your projects. Now, for anyone that I'd say that's getting into quilting, Sara, would you say that this is a good starting point for anyone, even a beginner?
This is the best. I was a beginner this time, 12, 18 months ago, and I've done all of the blocks that you see on this quilt here. So that Builder Block system is literally going to start you. If you didn't see the show last week, go back and watch last week's show when I went right back to the beginning and I showed you how the whole system worked. What we're going to do today is build on that and take it to the next level. So what I've done is, I'm kind of doing a mix. Basically, I saw the magazine. So when you get the 3 magazines together, this is one of them, and I thought, let's have a go at this project on the front. It's a big 24-inch cushion, and it's quite an advanced quilting project. So I thought, right, if we try and do that on the show, then you can really see how easy it is. Now, here is the pattern. Okay, different ways you could lay this out. Basically, this is the block that we're going to do. So it tells you on here, and I will take this up. We'll do a bit of a zoom here. So it's telling you need 2 orange half square triangles, 2 blue half square triangles, 2 pink half square triangles, a yellow one, a red half square triangle, 10 white half square triangles, and 4 white squares, right? So that is what you need to do this block. And then this cushion cover is made up of 4 of these blocks. So let's have a go at making this block, okay? Now, I'm going to do it with the largest size. So I'm going to do it as a 12-inch as per the instructions. So I know I'm going to need half square triangles, and we'll get some of the half square triangles cut. So I come in my builder block, and you can see we've got the square, the half square triangles and the quarter square triangles. It was all half squares that we needed. So if I just take out the half square drawer, and we'll just work into that drawer. Now, the larger yellow ones for the big size need to be the 6.5 inch. So when I take this out, you can see this is the map. We need the 6.5 inch for our orange, and we need the 3.5 inch for our coloured pieces. So those are the 2 that I'm going to need. You don't need the 4 that do it, you don't need all the rest. So we just get the ones out that we need, okay? Now, this is how you're going to put this together. If I get my plate out, let me just show you a couple of little tips when you come to doing this, okay? So this is a really big die, but what I can do is I can fold over, and we can cut through, look at this, multiple layers to basically get the best yield out of our fabric. So I do a lot of using scraps up in my fabric stuff, loads of using scraps. So this is a brilliant way just to make sure you use all those scraps up. So I'm going to get 4 out of that one there, and I'm going to hold that in place. And again, a little tip, all you're going to do is you're going to slightly angle this so that it's not all coming out of the machine in one go. Now, I haven't done a very good job of that because I haven't stuck me die to the fabric. Here we go. Just sticking that right over. And again, right down here, you just stick the tape over the fabric and over your die at the same time. So there's my half square. Now with my quarter square ones, I'm going through 4 layers of fabric there, so I'm just going to do 4 layers of fabric at a time for the next one. So let's have a look. We need some blue ones, we need some white ones as well. So let's just go, and again we're going to do quarter square triangles. So I'm going to do the same again. You can either do it like this and cut 2 at once, right? Or what you can do is you can cut 2 and then cut 2 the next way. So either way, you're basically not going to use up a lot of your fabric. So I'll just make sure I cut this to the right size to get, where's my scissors gone? Oh, here's my scissors back.
Congratulations if you got that sewing machine cover that has sold out and gone. You really are clearing it out this morning. Well, it's the afternoon now, isn't it? It's definitely morning though, if you're over in the USA.
Right, Joe. Just getting all of those laid on there, and I'm going to just hold that one down, and again slightly tilting it so that we're going to send this through. Now you can get a few on at once, but to be honest, it's 10 seconds through your machine. So I'll just do a little bit because we're going to do a little bit of the quilt, and then I'll cut and show you some of the bits that I've already done. I'll be really honest, this was the most advanced quilt the most advanced pattern that I'd attempted. Right, so I've done 3 of the squares already. So it was like a bit of a practice for me before I did this for you, right? So if I just bring this out, let me show you here. So they've cut out beautifully well. These have cut out beautifully well. I'll take these out. I'll not cut any more because as long as you understand basically how we're going to do the cutting, you can see there how you are using minimum pieces. You've still got a little bit of a scrap of fabric left here, okay? So if I put that to one side, we'll put you down here, move all of this out the way, because then we're going to start and lie these out, okay? So we're going to start and lay these out and follow the pattern along. So if I do it, let's have a look, we'll put that up there. If I do this so that you can still see, here's the pattern that I'm working to, okay? And what I'm going to do is we're going to go 1 white, then we're going to go 1 coloured. So I'm doing this, I'm doing it this way here, right? So if I pull it like this, and then we're going to put another white. Where's my other? Oh, I only cut 2 whites, right? It's all right. We're going to put another white on here like this. Can you see? This is going to give me that first piece, and then that orange triangle. And what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to pop these together, and I'm going to stitch these together. In fact, I'm just going to start and stitch these together. If you watch and follow along what I'm doing, but you can chit chat at the same time, because literally I'm just doing a bit of sewing now, Joe.
Watching's great, but watching and chopping at the same time is definitely advised, Sarah, because half the stock of the glitter fabric has sold out and gone. Very, very busy for it. Remember, you're going to get 4, so you're going to get the beautiful, the rose gold and gold, you're going to get the teal and gold, the pink and gold, and then also, let me just grab it, here it is, the black and gold as well. So you get absolutely all of it. You saw Sarah made me that lovely cushion out of that as well. Now, also very busy, lots on the show as well. This always happens with these shows. As we come towards the end of the show, what is left starts to get very, very busy as you start to put your orders together. So Inspired bundle is very, very busy at the moment, and you've got this project is actually from issue 16, so you can follow along with this if you need that laid out project. You've got 3 of those magazines in there. You've got 114 different projects within there. That's not including all of the hardware that you have to go with it, things like your fat quarter bundles. You've got wonderful stencils in there as well, and loads of different patterns in there to get you started too. So there's absolutely loads that you can go out. As Sully said, I said glitter again. I am sorry, my sequins and my glitter, I just get my sequins and my glitters confused. What can I say? So yeah, if you want the sequin fabric, do be quick for it. Something else that's also really busy, I'll run you through in a few minutes time, is those Riley Blake fabrics. So make sure you get across to the website for those. Over 40% now. The Riley Blake fabrics have sold out and gone. If you've got any sort of questions or queries, or you want to know what other crafters think about Builder Block, for instance, you can go over to the website and have a look at the reviews as well. They're all over there. They're all independently verified as well, so they're real crafters just like you. If you want to know what they have to say about Builder Block, then definitely go over and check out the reviews on our website. And as always, there's full video tutorials available to support the Builder Block concept, as well as if you're going for Builder Block and you know you're going to love it, don't forget you've got the other 2 items that you could go for, the pineapple and the double wedding ring as well to go with that. How are you getting on there, Sarah?
Brilliant. I hope you obviously you're watching what I'm doing, everybody.
Absolutely.
But it's brilliant to be able to see every time, because of the way the dies are structured. Every time when we get to like this point here, the 2 pieces fit together perfectly. So they don't fit together when you just lay it out. It's when you start and stitch it together and fold it all over. Because the Builder Block basically takes account for all of those dog ears, it puts the dog ears in exactly the right spot. So we've just done that little piece there. I'm going to get that and give that a nice press. I'm a little bit obsessive when it comes to pressing when I'm doing my patchwork, if I'm being honest. I find it helps me be a little bit more accurate, okay? So what I've done is I've got this one here, but then I've actually done the other pieces, so I knew I couldn't be on all day showing you all of it, but this is this square here.
I like that block on its own though, Sarah. You know, I think
nice,
as a centre point of a cushion with a border around, that would look beautiful. Well,
what you need is, after you've done that, you need the piece with your 2 patterned ones in, right? So we're going to stitch them together, and so this is this piece. So can you see I'm now doing it like this. It's going to stitch these 2 pieces together, okay? So I'm going to stitch these 2 pieces together. I'm just going to check, yep, I've got that right. It takes a little bit of thinking through this one, Joe, just to make sure you get it all
Stephanie is impressed
right.
with your sewing skills, Sarah. She says, I feel like I have to pin everything, whereas you're just going for it, which is fantastic.
Well, you've got to remember, we are live, so I'm trying to save a little bit of time where I can, but yes, well, I was going to say, I mean, to be honest, at home I don't really pin them either, but I do a lot of ironing, right? So there's these 2 bits, and then my other half is going to come on there. There is my other half here, so you've got the 2 bits together, and just make sure you nest those 2 seams beautifully together. And
wonderful.
Then we're going to have our first block done.
very busy on this. And I think it's fair to say, if you are new to quilting, well, you know, I see even people that are not new to quilting, the bit of quilting that most people would say they enjoy, I don't think it's the cutting out and the measuring and working out how big all the bits are that go into making your block up.
It's this bit here. It's this bit where you can sew it all together and have that real sense of achievement that everything is just working. Well, she says that.
So
If
these
not,
dies
we're
really
gonna
a
pick it
lot like your paper crafting are just a shortcut for you to get to the fun bit, which is the bit that you enjoy. And if you are new to quilting, the great thing about these is that you know that the pieces that you've got are cut accurately and precisely to the size you need them. So therefore, when you do sew them up, you're not going to get something that's wonky, because a lot of the time, if you have cut it by eye, maybe there is that slight discrepancy. Sherry says she doesn't sew, but she still wants the Riley Blake materials.
Yeah, I get
absolutely, you can.
Yep, I totally get that. I have a lot of friends who don't sew but buy fabrics and then say, "Do you fancy making this for me, Sarah?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because I haven't got anything else to do. You know, I'm not busy at all." One of my friends, Laura, she's got 3 girls, 2 the same age as my 2 boys, and then a younger one as well. Reason we haven't got 3 put me right off. but yes, Laura is always getting stuff and then saying, "Will you do me this? I've just seen this on Pinterest." So luckily one of our other friends, also a Laura, has a sewing machine too, so other Laura gets the job a lot more often than me. But
fantastic.
She loves the idea of the kids always. She likes the kids all in matching things as well. Right, so can you see, this is our piece here. Here we go, and I'm going to I'm putting these bits in the inside, right? Very, very Swedish furniture store, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah,
now I know, obviously, this is the bit that you just watched me make live, but they all work in exactly the same way. I picked one of the more complicated ones where you were putting all the different sizes together. This is the same square, these are the same squares, right? Now, I've got another one of that, exactly the same. So can you see, we've got the 2 here, and I'm literally going to take those 2 and pop those, so I'm just going to stitch these 2 together, and we can start and see it all coming together. And then I've got another 2 that we're going to stitch onto the top as well. So when I do this part, I just like to always make sure that these seams here are lined up, because that's the bit that's going to show on the other side of your quilt. So I find that when I go along it, I like to get, this is where I put my clip, because this is the bit where I've learned I have a tendency that I could go horribly wrong. So there we go, I'm just going to get all that pinned together. Don't think we need to do any more ironing, and off I go.
Fantastic. Shadai is saying it is simple now that there is dies for the cutting, and she says she also likes to make scarves with Riley Blake fabric. Great way of using it. Sonia saying, "Sarah, you are right. If you don't like to press, you should probably not become a sewer, because every seam should be pressed if you want it to look handmade instead of homemade." Just like that quarter block, you did look perfect. Great job. Tony saying, "Sarah looks very pretty and spring-like today, doesn't she just?" And Robin saying, "Love how precise the corners are." And I think that really is the builder block concept for you, because it's that precision in every single cut that gives you that beautiful sort of immaculate finished project when you come to put it all together, which is basically what we want. Yes, you do get, you know, joy in the process of crafting, which is why a lot of us craft, but also you want to have something when you at the end that looks brilliant, and I think builder block will allow you to do that. Remember, you're not just getting the builder block system, you're also getting the numbers and the letters in there as well. Also, as well, while we're here, I won't put the shirt on again. Plot twist, it was me if you didn't realise at the start. The Sunrise Special of John's is very, very busy on the show today. You've got the tape measure there at the moment. You've also got the pins and the thimble in there too, and you've also got the tape measure and the tailor's chalk, and they are just super adorable little bundles that you've got here. It's got a sticker on. You know what I'm like for a sticker, don't you? 1 second, let me just get this off. Half the stock of these have sold out and gone, on, I'll just open it up and show you because it's beautiful on the inside as well. So you can see it's all nicely packaged up together. So you've got 2 lots of chalk in there, and then you've also got your tape measure in there too. Great care package, maybe if you know a sewer, because don't forget, as well as you being able to, you know, buy products and us send product directly to you, we can also send you the invoice and the bill, and then send the product somewhere else if you want. So maybe you know someone that's a keen sewer and you want to send them a nice little care package. I think that would be beautiful, and it's packaged beautifully as well. And also, it's not going to break the bank. £7.50 or $10, saving 60% on those. But it is very, very busy. Over half the stock has gone. Talking of things that are very busy, since you saw them demonstrated, the pineapple applique dies, over a third of the stock gone here. Now remember what you're going to get. You're going to get pineapple, you're going to get tea leaf, you're also getting breadfruit and hibiscus in there as well. You get all 4 of them. You've got a great saving on that as well, 67% saved. Head on over to the website if you want to see those. And remember, the website is where you go if you want to watch and shop at the same time. Details there along the bottom of your screen. There's loads of you still commenting along. As a quilter of 53 years, Diana, you do not look old enough to have been quilting for 53 years.
Oh my life! I feel like my grandma's watching now. Like someone who's been quilting for 53 years. I feel like, oh my life, she's going to be looking and going, Sarah, come on, that's not right, that's not perfect. I'm a quilter of like, I'm not even 53 months.
Well, Diana says, as a quilter of 53 years, I can say that Builder Block is one of the best products to come down the lane. The precision is fantastic. See, whether you're just starting out, whether you're really experienced like Diana, I think there's a place for the Builder Block system in every sewing room. I remember we've got the 2 expansion packs as well for you in the show. We've got the pineapple and also the double wedding ring as well. We've had some lovely pictures of some quilts in. Do you want to have a look? Have we got time to have a look at them, Tara?
Oh yes, absolutely. Well, I'm stitching along my straight line. Oh, I know that one is. I saw this on Facebook the other day. That's Bernie's, isn't it?
How
this is
fabulous.
Bernie's lockdown quilt. I hope Bernie's impressed with my very basic quilting skills today, because I am super impressed with her lockdown quilting skills. That is like off the chart.
It is incredible. Got another one here from Pamela as well. This is beautiful. I love this one. Bit abstract, isn't it?
Absolutely. Is that the So Homemade fabric?
Oh.
It's the So Homemade fabric. That is gorgeous.
Fantastic. You could be making that then.
I get like this proud mama moment when I see somebody who's used my fabrics to do something. That's beautiful. I wish I could do quilting as well as I can design fabrics. Let's just say.
I think you think you're a beginner sewer. I don't think you're a beginner sewer.
Oh, I definitely am very beginner, Joe. It's lovely of you to say so, but I am, yeah. I do feel like I am, but having said that, quilting is right in my sweet spot because so when I was younger, my dad's an engineer, so we did a lot of like mathsy type stuff. Okay, I haven't quite got that one lined up, but other than that, that's my only seam that's not lined up. I got it perfect on this side, just missed that one, but then you know it's a homemade original, don't you? But look, I think that looks pretty impressive. And then all you're going to do is you're going to put a big, nice 24-inch backing on that. It's going to make a nice big cushion front.
Fantastic, isn't it?
It just shows you where you can take it. I think we might keep this one for in the studio, Joe. Nice. See if I can get a nice big cushion. I'll see if I can order a nice big cushion online and have that done for the studio.
Fantastic. Let me just recap what you're getting in this collection. So you're getting the core element, which is of course the builder blocks with the squares, the half square triangles and the quarter square triangles as well. And you're able to make that in 3, 4, 6, 8, 9 and 12-inch blocks. So that is going to allow you to make all of those blocks which are on the side of there. You've got full instructions included. There's full video tutorials over on our website at crafterscompanion.com.uk or .eu. And not only are you getting that, $99.99, you'll always find this on our website at that price, and we sell a lot of them because it really is a staple. However though, this is Crafters TV and we want to give you something a bit more special, and that's what we've done. We're going to give you the alphabet and the numbers to go with this. You can make this in 6, 8, 9, 10 and 12-inch blocks as well. So think about complete personalization. You could put letters, words on there as well. You would get all of that. Now, Something else that's very, very busy on the website is the Hawaiian Applique. I'm giving it a new name, Applique. Let me just guide you through again what you are getting. So this one here you've got is the breadfruit. I know it doesn't look odd, that's not a right word for it, but it looks very different what you actually end up cutting compared to how the die looks, because what you're doing is you're cutting through 4 layers of fabric that are connected there all at the same time.
And that's the one I did, Joe.
Yes, absolutely. So Sarah's got one over there. You'll see what that comes out like afterwards when you are done with it. So there we are. Look at that. Beautiful. It looks really different to the die, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? That's the breadfruit. And like you say, I just think it makes quite nice. I forgot to show you. I've got another little cushion behind here. I don't know which one it is. I'll recognise it when we see it. But instead of putting it on the front,
pineapple.
we've put 3 of them. The royal we, our lovely designer who's made this, has put just pieces coming in.
That's
and
the
then
tea leaf,
some
that one.
gorgeous. The tea leaf is it? He's keeping me right. So it just shows you the different kind of looks that you could be getting with this. I love all this quilting on the front of that one. That's a gorgeous pattern, that one.
It's always a very popular style of applique that we bring you. So you've got that one, you've got the pineapple, which is this one just here. You then have the tea leaf. It looks a bit like you could almost make that look a bit like a thistle, couldn't you, the pineapple?
Yeah.
You've got the tea leaf, which is the one that we just saw on that cushion. And then you've got the hibiscus here as well. Now you're saving over 65% on these. So it is a fantastic deal. 1/3 of the stock has already sold out and gone. Some of you have been sending us pictures as well, showing us what you've been up to. This is Jackie that sent these in. That is a lot.
She's been really busy. That's fabulous. So here's the thing, Joe. I actually remember this picture. Didn't she send this picture last week?
She did indeed.
Yeah, she said she was going to make that into a quilt last week. I remember. Oh, here it is.
Check that out.
Oh my word, that is fantastic. Jackie, that is absolutely amazing. You should be so thrilled. Well, I bet you probably are so thrilled at that. And thank you so much for sharing it with us. So you could be doing that with those dies that we've got on the show today. This is where it starts, with a nice basic, with just a panel, and then you can be making it into a lovely quilt like Jackie did.
Absolutely, you can. Bernie's been in touch. She says, Sarah, I'm very impressed. Please can I order a cushion? And Robin saying, that's a gorgeous cushion cover. Wow, as well. Wow, Jackie, says Robin, so much talent there. Ellen also says, I love how you're showing us how everything goes together, just as easy as the build blocks shows us in each of the patterns. Now, you're going to need something to turn into a gorgeous quilt, and we've got the beautiful Riley Blake fabrics available for you on the show. So just take you through these as well. You might get a slight variation on the contents, but they are all beautiful, and they are all quilting quality cotton that you've got on here, which is fantastic. You've got the foliage here as well, and that's in the red, the blue, and that sort of mocha cream. You've got the chicken, and that is in the blue, the navy, the French navy, sorry, and the white. You've got the ditzy floral here, which is beautiful. This, if you've got the fabric coat at home, you could definitely turn that into a lovely oilcloth. And then what we've got here is that beautiful sort of modern print in there as well, which is beautiful. All of it, £50. You are saving almost as much as you are spending. £50 if you're here in the UK. Definitely grab that whilst we've got it. Half the stock of the Riley Blake has now sold out and gone. And remember, many, many more of you watch these shows back after they're finished. Tens of thousands, in fact. So if you are watching this show back afterwards, do check the stock situation. Sarah, I've had a lovely time this Tuesday morning here with you.
What a show we've had, Joe. Do you know what? I look forward to the Tuesday morning shows. I spend Monday night sewing up a storm trying to get ready for everything. So if you've joined us late and you want to look back on what we've done, first thing I did was make this fantastic, and this is really, really easy to do. Fantastic. It's like a what do we call it? It's like a carry-all, a crafty carry-all, okay? And we did it now. I know these fabrics, I know it's all sold out, but it's a lovely project to go and watch back, actually, this one, to learn how to do it. It's really, really easy. Well, we made it live on the show. And then building on that, we did the work with the Hawaiian quilt. Do you know, it feels like an eternity ago. So I showed you how to use the Hawaiian quilt dies. You could be making a beautiful quilt like our Jackie, just doing some of these. This is with that Riley Blake fabric, by the way. So please, please, please make the most. Get that fabric before that fabric goes, just like the Sara homemade fabric all went as well, right? Then I've got Joe's cushion back. Throw it back, bling bling. Yes, you could be doing your own cushion covers. How quick and easy was this one? And this was just using that fabulous sequin fabric. And you get enough fabric in the back, you could essentially make 4 cushion covers. But in my cushion covers, I'm going to do you, Joe, I'm going to do you a little matching bag to go with your cushion cover. Try and think of your bag that you could, because you know I do bags and cushion covers. It's what I do. It's called me the bag and cushion cover lady. And you can have that to keep at home.
Fantastic.
So then we do the cushion cover, and then we went way advanced with our quilting. So if you've got the builder block, absolutely no reason you can't be coming on the journey with me, right? You need the Sew Inspired because that pattern is in the Sew Inspired, and to be honest, what a phenomenal deal. You don't want to be missing out. 3 magazines for half price, and to be honest, at £9.99 for the magazine, they are off the chart phenomenal value, given that you're getting at least £30 worth of extra stuff inside each one. But that front cover project from issue 15, this is the quilting that we've been doing, and it just shows you, I mean, I got mine a little bit offline, but I was doing it live on air. I think I might unpick that one and just perfect that one off after we finish. I've got the other 3 all perfect. But you know what? To say that we did this live on air, this is the square that I did live on air. We haven't done bad at all. This is what you could be doing when you get this home. Just need the magazines, but you do need that builder block system, okay? Now, I will see you next week. So next week, I thought, what did I say? I said, we'll get that fabric coat back out. We had it on last week. It was super popular. So I'll see if we can bring the fabric coat back next week and do a little bit of work with the fabric coat. And also, we've got some brilliant little bag kits. So I thought, for someone just maybe starting out, maybe that bag that I just showed you is a really big project. Should we do something like a nice little cosmetics bag? I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and I said I would do the scrubs bag again, didn't I? I said I would show you the scrubs bag again, and we'll get all of those scrubs bags into the studio so that I can show you, we can have a little look at them, read some of the little letters. So we're getting loads of letters sent in with them, so that'll be fabulous. So I will see you, well, I'll see you later on today. I'm back at 4 o'clock for launch party tonight, but if those of you who just join us for Soft Decide every week, I'll see you next Tuesday morning for Soft Decide at the same time, but do not go anywhere because Joe is coming up with the craft vault.
Oh, absolutely. I have been raiding the warehouse, doing loads of nagging and money, trying to get you the best deals possible. And we really have. We've got loads of buy one, get one free in the craft vault today. Should we crack right on? Because we've got loads to get through in the next few minutes. Now, the first one we're going to be looking at is your stencils, so your quilting stencils that you've got just here. Now these are fantastic because what these allow you to do is use like a heat erasable marker, and you can trace out your design that you want to stencil, quilt, and then you can go over it with your free motion foot and follow the line that you've drawn. Heat erasable marker means you can iron that and get rid of it in no time at all. So you've got 2 options in here. You've got the geometric, which is this one here, and then you've also got the Celtic as well. Now, both of them, well, they should be $18.99 each. However, you're going to get both of them for $18.99 today. And here again, you can see all of the different patterns that you are able to create with those. $18.99 if you're in the UK, $22.95 if you're in the US. Make sure you grab those ones. Now, we had this on the show a few weeks back and it was so busy. We definitely didn't have it on a buy one, get one free, let me assure you. And it is your sewing box. And this is just a really lovely, cute little box that you can have. You've got a lovely little toggle or tab on the front of there. And then when you open this up, you've then got your pin cushion just here. So somewhere to keep all of your pins. This sits up as well, which is nice. So it's on your table. This will sit upright. You've then got a little tray or caddy in the top of here. So you could have your pins. Maybe you're going to have your clips in here. Maybe it's needles or crochet hooks that you want to store in there. You've got the option to do that. And then a lovely little space underneath. So you could have maybe all of your sewing feet in here if your machine doesn't have a foot compartment on it. Maybe you're going to have your seam ripper in there, your scissors, all of those little bits and bobs that you need that seem to get everywhere and you can't locate them. This is a great central place for you to store them all. And also, if you were going off to workshops or something like that, it means that you'd be able to take that with you really easily as well. So that one is coming included with another one of our stencils. So you're not going to get, you're going to pay for the box. We're going to throw you in the stencil free of charge. It's the medallion, and it's going to enable you to make all of those lovely patterns that you can see there in the same way that the previous one did that we looked at. Now we're going to move on to some dies. Now you think about these as being dies that you're going to use with fabrics and sewing. However, there are multimedia dies, and what that means is they will cut a whole host of fabrics, from craft metals to soda and pop cans to balsa wood. I mean, there's not many things in a crafting sense that these won't cut through. Yes, they will also do multiple layers of fabric. They will do leather and faux leather and cork fabric too. So there's lots of uses for these, not just in a sewing capacity, but you've got the tumbler in here. You've also then got as well the orange peel too. So if you want to use those to create quilting projects and cushion covers, absolutely you can. $24.99 would normally be for one of these. However, today $24.99 gets you both of them. $43.95 if you are in the US. Now, another multimedia die set that I've got for you. I think these are great. Even if you didn't have a sewing machine, these are just fantastic, because if you want to hand sew these, get some leather or some faux leather fabric, cut these, and you can make all of your own key rings and little fob tags for a whole host of different things. They really are fantastic, and I think for quite a minimal investment. Well, they're normally a great deal when you buy them at $14.99. However, today you're going to get something else thrown in completely free of charge as well. You've got the decorative flower panel in here, and this cuts apertures into things like bags. So if you want to cut that into a leather bag, absolutely you could. Again, because it's one of our multimedia dies, it means you can cut through a whole host of different mediums. $14.99 if you want to go for that, or $22.95. And then finally, the last one for you today in the craft vault is the mandala. As you can see here, you get two of these, two in each of these. Wonderful for all of your paste. So think about your glitter paste going through these. It's going to be fantastic. You can spritz through these. You can use all of your different mediums that you would through a stencil through here, but you've got those gorgeous designs. Not only you got mandala set 1, we're also going to give you mandala set 2 included in as well. These have been glitter pasted beautifully there, as you can see. $12.99 normally get you one. However, today $12.99 gets you both of them, which is incredible value for money. Now, we have had a fantastic show. It's been such a pleasure to be here with you for the last couple of hours. It's only Tuesday, so there's so much more coming up this week. Of course, we're back with Launch Party this evening. There'll be a masterclass tomorrow at 11 a.m. here in the UK, which is 6 a.m. on the East Coast. Then we'll have Creative Cravings for you. There's Double Cartload on Thursday. Colour Me Happy is coming up on Friday. There's a HSM preview as well Friday, and then Best Of on Saturday. So there's so many reasons to stay with us every day here on Crafters TV. We're all going to go grab some lunch. We're going to regroup. We'll see you back here in a few hours for Launch Party. I hope you have a great day. See you soon.